Hello and welcome to Youth Lai Lunge Lai podcast. I'm Biado and this is my first English language episode.
It could save a lot of my comrades.
That car was like my comrade.
However, fortunately, it survived. In today's episode, I will talk about a car. As you have just heard, it is not just an ordinary car. It is a comrade and a hero for some people, so I named the car the Hero Car. I have some guests in this episode talking about their experiences with our hero car. Unfortunately, they're not with me now, but I interviewed them prior to recording this episode, so I will open the voice clips later. When I was in Karenni State, I saw an interesting car. FYI, Karenni, which is also named Karenni State, is situated in the eastern part of Myanmar. In addition, 80% of Karenni is currently controlled by the anti-junta forces. So we could say that it is mostly a People Defense Force controlled area. Okay, let's go back to our hero car. The reason why I said it is interesting is because that car is a pearly white color artifact in which the wheel covers have been destroyed by landmine explosions. I met Ko Thomas, who is from Nuevu Guru Lemya. FYI again, the name Nuevu Guru Lemya stands for Spring Gurus. It is a Karenni-based social welfare group running for 5 different areas, such as IDPs, health, education, logistics, and Revolution Fund. And our hero car was Nuevu Jama's donation to Nuevu Guru Lemya. Nuevu Jama is also a Karenni-based health service provider team. So both teams are based in Demoso Township in Karenni State. So Thomas told me that our hero car was Nuevu Jama's donation to Nuevu Guru to use as an ambulance.
We use it mainly to rescue the PDFs from the revolutionary armed wings, people from IDPs when there is artillery strikes, and to send other emergency patients like pregnant women.
That car was targeted by the military aircrafts several times. It experienced artillery strikes shot by aircraft machine guns and the hit of landmines several times. One experience is very vivid to everyone I interviewed. It was on the 9th of May 2023. Thomas got a call and heard 4 PDFs were seriously injured due to a landmine explosion. It was in Tipuengan village in Demoso Township. He called his comrade and medical team from Nuevu Guru Lemya, took our hero car, and went to Tipuengan village.
On the way to those injured PDFs, I crossed the paddy fields and nothing bad happened. 2 of the PDF comrades were seriously injured. Both of their legs have been gone. The rest 2 of 4 have eye injuries. I could say all of them were badly injured.
However, on the way back, they were unfortunately out of luck.
When we rescued them and on the way back, the route was different. It was an emergency, so I chose the shortcut. It was still okay at first, but when we noticed we were barking up the wrong tree and the way we chose was full of landmines, We tried to head back to where we came, to Tipwengan village. There we were hit by the landmine. The car hit the landmine and the left wheel was blown and the engine stopped. I tried to start the engine several times, and as soon as it started working, I drove it to a nearby field. It is impossible to carry people with only 3 wheels, so I moved the injured comrades to another vehicle and left the car there.
Nopaletu, who is the founder of Karenni Midwife Society, was also in our hero car there. She went there as a medical assistant.
I usually went along with Nui Guru Lemya's car when they try to rescue PDFs and civilians. Almost always. Yes, I could say almost always whenever they need medical assistance. I remember I went to the front line twice with that car, but I don't vividly remember the first time as the patient was my real brother and my friends. All other people I know, so I was so intent on rescuing them and don't remember things happened well.
Nopaletu's brother was one of those injured PDFs. She lost her own brother on that day. It took 3 months for them to went back to our hero car, to the field full of landmines, to take our hero car back home.
3 months later, I went to that field again with another member from Nui Guru Lemya and a PDF comrade to fetch the car. Of course, we saw landmines, but we are not professionals, so we didn't try to demine there. I carefully watched my steps and tied the car with a rope. Then we tried to pull it back by another vehicle. But the steering of that car we pulled locked and it went astray and hit by the landmine again. However, we took it back home eventually.
I was emotional and very proud when Thomas showed me that video. In the video, they tried to pull our hero car, and it was hit by the landmine again, and I saw the right wheel was blown in the video. However, that was not the only attack on our hero car.
As far as I know, Arafat has been the target of the military SAC twice after the hit of this landmine. I remember once we parked all the cars we have for Nui Guru and the military attacked our place with airstrikes. The car has been shot a lot by machine gun fire. There are lots of holes in it.
For me, they are very brave, all of them, including the car. I ask them how they feel when attacks in the fields full of landmines, and their answers were very inspiring and even gave me goosebumps.
I didn't feel any worry or fear. I was very cautious though. I feel like I left it in the minefield, and it is my responsibility to take it back home.
Nopaletu also told me that she wanted to rescue her brother and her friends. She told me that she even ran in the field as the car couldn't be driven in the field. I interviewed another member of Nui Guru Lemya. He was also with Thomas when they went back and got our hero car. He told me that the military soldiers tried to burn the car. He saw burnt clothes in the oil tank of the car. However, fortunately, it survived. I still remember his face when he told me that situation. He was very proud of our hero car being survived. As I said earlier, our hero car was not just a car for them. It was like a human being comrade and a lifesaver for them.
That car was like my comrade. I told the founder of Nue'u Guru Lemya not to sell the car. We spent memorable moments together, so I told him not to sell it, even if it is not useful anymore.
If that car was a human being, for me it was a very precious and extremely useful person. It could save a lot of my comrades, civilians, and so on and so on. The vehicles in Karenni State are very different from the cars in urban areas. Here we use the vehicles a lot. The reason why I say this a lot is because we use those vehicles several times a day, sometimes all day without stopping, especially during the battles. So that car has also been used a lot, still using, so it is one of my precious comrades.
Our hero car is still serving to help a lot of people in Demosu Township. Everyone who knows about the history of that car says that they will put the car in the museum after the revolution has prevailed. Well, this episode has come to an end soon. I have talked about a car, which I called a hero car of Demosu Township, Karenni State. It has been targeted and attacked by military weapons, but it is still useful. And it is not just used for transportation purposes. It helps save people's lives as an ambulance. For some people, it is a comrade, and for others, it is a friend who spends memorable moments together. Well, I have to say goodbye now. I hope to produce more English language episodes in the future. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to write in the comment box. You have listened to the Youth Line Lunge Line podcast. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.